Good afternoon, folks. If anybody's watching, how's everyone keeping in this weather? It's 31 degrees now in between Nottingham and Derby, where I'm based. If anybody knows where Donington Park is, where Download is held, then I'm not far away from there. Who do we have here? Mal, I think I'm not very good with pooters. Well, like I was saying, this is I'm between Nottingham and Derby, and believe it or not, the workshop is the coolest place I've got at the minute. I did a stream. I did a stream one day last week on Facebook, and somebody says to me, "Why don't you get a fan? Put a fan on." Well, what you've got to remember is I get a lot of dust, and if you've got a fan on, that's going to happen. Saying that, the helmet the helmet respirator that I have to wear has got a fan. So whenever you start, you must remember always remember to give it a bit of a brush down. But they're not the cheapest of things, they're not the most comfy of things, but they save you a lot of problems if you get a good fly off the lady. So what I've had to do so far is I've made the blankets around. I did that yesterday. Here we go. Just really cool thing. I haven't done. Give myself a pencil. Now that mark I've made is this one is to mount it back on the back onto the truck. Now, I could manage it in a different way. I could do it so I use the opposite way. Have a tenant. But if I use a tenant, I've then got to spend more time taking a tenant off, unless I make it into a foot. Now this other line I made just here, that is how far I'm going to go into the wood. So hey! I've gone from traditional tools onto carbide. I would recommend anybody who's just learning wood turning to actually do what I did then. And I was to feel how I was getting on with digging and rough and so forth. I've been doing this some time now, and I know the ways and the ways not to do it. This is very much like a pine. if I could describe it. I tell you what. Okay. I'm a very much a gadget person. I love my gadgets. And right, I've got some like gadgets I use when I'm doing turning, so I've decided to use one of them, 180, 80, 120. And my 360's gone wrong. Right. I'll normally forget and then blow myself down once I've taken the helmet off. And then what you find, then you get everything in your eye. Right. That's the actual main sanding done. Now what I can do now is I use some paste. So That bowl started off with a very, very rough. It had been, this would have been delivered to a friend of mine for log burning, but he found it was a decent type of wood, and he buys proper big logs, and he cuts them down and uses a log splitter, and he noticed he'd got a load of this monkey puzzle wood. So instead of burning it all, he offered me some. That was 5 years ago. It's been air dried now for 5 years, and now it's ready for use. Before I use the paste, I have to use something called sanding sealer. Just helps with the grain when you're using the paste. This one I might just use the standard paste. I might not go on to the superfine. It might not be necessary. Superfine I use mainly when I'm doing the pens. And the reason I don't leave my helmet on when I'm doing this sort of sanding is that the paste holds any dust. And it's different waxes and shellac and various types of grit. And you work it in, speeding the lathe up. And when two things happen, the first one is when you can't feel any grittiness, and the second is when you've got a clean piece of paper and it comes out almost clean. You then know that you've taken off all the paste. The paste has done its job. What I will do is I'm just going to deepen that mortise, because I don't really think that's deep enough. I'll just turn this around and then I will come back over to the chat and see who's on. Right. Let's go and have a look. See, the workshop isn't that big, and I have to have the PC quite a distance away really from where I'm doing the turning. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, the carnival was on the 20th, and believe it or not, I've had that many people come to me since then, mainly asking me to do talks. I I've been asked by one or two different organisations just to do talks about Tourette's, how it affected me, and also how I cope day to day, and with all the other health issues. My little child is whatever it is. Can you just tell me if the audio is coming through okay? Because I can't tell. Right. What I think I'll do is I'll put just a normal pair of safety goggles on. Because to tell you the truth, wearing those big ones, it is a lot better. But God, ain't it hot? It's starting to heat up now. Right. Let's get on to hollowing this one out. Because it's such a rough cut, I'm going to lose some of the depth by starting off and getting it sort of a bit flat. Using carbide. Doing this actual card is strictly carbide. That just gives me a reference point now. Yeah. Let's get it. Off we go, hollowing this out. I will be the very, very first person to admit something about me and my turning. I'm very, very messy. My bench and my table under the lathe. Oh, they're a mess. They're a mess. Ooh. Now I can tell just by the noise that that's making, there's something not there. It feels as though I haven't got it central and it's not even on both sides. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, progressive thicker there. And let's go. Yeah, I've got some high and some low spots. And the actual. Yeah, more than mine. This is just one of the prototypes. I've never used this wood before, so. Oh, just with it spinning. That's higher. Never mind. Those are the woodturners have told me in the past. Only you know the stage. Sure. All right then. If you notice, I'm actually using a lot of kitchen paper. And the reason is quite simple. It's a safety aspect. It's the wife. Hello. No, not yet. And I'm on a live stream, Joe. I'm on a live stream. Okay, then I'll come in a bit. No, everybody knows that. Okay, then. See ya. Now that's the only issue I have when I'm down there. The wife calls me. Like I was saying, I use paper instead of cloth because if I should be doing this and the paper and the a cloth gets trapped in your chuck, then that's your hand. But using paper, it just gets ripped from you. Now you can buy some what they call safety cloths. And all a safety cloth is a 3 times thicker paper towel. That's all it is. And they're about £8 for 3. They're very expensive. Right then. From start to finish, one bowl made out of monkey puzzle, and it's 4.5 inches diameter, 12 centimeters, the depth of about 1.5 inches. It's about 3 centimeters. Well, there you go. All done in real time. The yellow and purpley marks are not what I put in. That is the actual wood. When you look at it, not through the camera, it is very yellow, and like a very deep purple burgundy colour with the grain. But yeah, first time I've used the wood, and I've got quite a bit of it to get through. Anyway, I have got to go and see what the wife wants. And if the person who was watching me likes to go onto my Facebook page and just send me a message, because I would like to know who you were and what we were talking about. But by your name on here, I have not got any idea. So just drop me a message on the Facebook page. Just search for the Treads Turner, and I'll hope to do another live stream very soon. Bye for now.